So I decided to do a rebuild today in my league. Just the regular my league. I really do like the idea of custom leagues. We're going to go with the Washington Wizards because I feel like the Washington Wizards are in dire need of a rebuild or like an explosion because they signed Bradley Beal, who's on minutes restrictions for the remainder of his career. They signed him to max. They only have John Wall, and like Otto Porter isn't really shown up. They do have promising rookies, as in Kelly Oubre Jr., but other than that, like Marcin Gortat's on the decline. Markieff Morris, I don't know about him. And they have a lot of quality backup centers, but this team doesn't feel complete. So let's just advance here. And we'll auto-generate rookies because we're not going to be playing a single game. We're going to be doing just a quick rebuild in 3 years, see how many championships we can win. On paper, this starting five should be able to win at least like 40-plus games. It should. But Bradley Beal with the whole injury situation with him, I don't know how well that's going to work out. If Otto Porter can take the next step along with Kelly Oubre. But this team is very questionable in the East. But we shall see. We shall simulate a few games. And it looks like we're starting a little cold streak right here. We were winning games at the start, but we're close to being out of the playoffs, and that's realistic with the Wizards in my opinion. I feel like this team could either be an 8th seed or out of the playoffs at the bottom, rebuilding for the future. But in 2K, we're climbing up the rankings here, and it's very hit or miss, as you can see. Like, our rankings keep going up or down by 1 win. I guess that's how close the East is. Surprisingly, the 76ers are in the playoffs. What? We are 28 and 26. We're in the playoffs. I don't know if I want to do a trade to mess it up, but it is a rebuild, and I do want to change the scenery up for this Washington Wizards team a little bit. So we'll try for the point guard position, see if we get a backup point guard. I think this is a really good trade for Trey Burke and Thomas Citronsky. We get Tyler Johnson and Beno Udrih. Those are some nice. Well, Tyler Johnson's a nice combo guard on first, second round pick. I don't mind this at all whatsoever. We'll do that and improve our backup positions. So we couldn't really find a trade offer for the big guys. So we'll just simulate to the playoffs and see if we could get into the playoffs with the new trade that we were able to do for Tyler Johnson and Beno Udrih. I think that's a major upgrade at the backup position here. So today's contract extension deadline. Would you like to stop simulating? Sure. Let's see if we have any extensions to sign. Otto Porter's testing free agency. We'll try to sign him back. Beno Udrih's testing free agency. Like, these dudes I don't really care about. Otto Porter will try to sign back though. And it looks like that trade is paying off dividends at the second half of the season, considering we were at that 7th or 8th spot. Now we're the 3rd, battling for top positioning in the East. That's absolutely crazy. Pistons doing the Pistons thing, you know, 2nd seed in the East. That's nice. That's nice. We actually made the playoffs with that Beno Udrih and Tyler Johnson trade. It was actually a lot easier than I thought it would be to make the playoffs with this Wizards team. But then again, it's 2K. 2K doesn't really bear major injuries like the actual season does. But MVP goes to LeBron. Rookie of the Year, Ben Simmons. I think they even made the playoffs, so good for them. 6th Man of the Year, Brandon Knight. Defensive Player of the Year, LeBron. Most Improved, Jeremy Lin. I could see that happening. Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr. So LeBron, Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. Same year. It's crazy. So here is the playoff picture. We're going up against the Boston Celtics as the 6th seed. We are the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. That's absolutely crazy. Let's take a look at our roster, see if any of our guys are hurt. Our point guards are looking good and looking nice. Ooh, our shooting guard. Hopefully Marcus Thornton is able to recover. But our small forwards, dude. Kelly Oubre, Otto Porter. Who's starting? Jarrell Eddie's starting? Really? So let's simulate game by game, see what happens. We win the first game. Celtics win the second. And another second. And we tie it up. And we go to 3. Can we go? Alright, there we go. We win in 6. Beating the Boston Celtics, and we're actually doing phenomenal. I didn't expect this Wizards team to make even the playoffs the first year of rebuilding this said team. And we didn't really even rebuild them. If we win a championship without really rebuilding them, oh man. So now going up against the 7th seed Bulls. Let's take a look at the Bulls roster. We got 2 injuries in Jason Smith and Otto Porter. Ooh, this Bulls team, man. This is exactly where I see the Bulls, like the 7th, 6th, 8th seed. They have Robin Lopez out for the season, and I feel like this team could do some damage in the playoff if healthy. Because look at these three guys up here. That's a pretty good on paper roster right there. But let's take it game by game. They win the first game. Uh-oh. They win the second game. Uh-oh. Game 3. They win that one, or game 4 rather. And now game 5. I don't think we're gonna be able to make it out alive here. Can we go to 7? No, we can't. We end up losing in 6, and the Chicago Bulls surprisingly meet LeBron James. So let's see what happens now that we simulate the playoffs. I wasn't expecting getting out of the first round. And the Cavs win back-to-back championships, even with Kevin Durant and Steph Curry on the same team. They go to 7 games. Defensive Player of the Year, MVP right there. So, you know, LeBron, greatest player in the league currently, especially in 2K, it seems like. Alright, so this is the offseason. Let's try to trade away some of these dudes that I feel like don't fit the team. We can do this just a salary dump here. We trade our 17 draft picks for the 19 draft picks of the Indiana Pacers and lose the contract in Jason Smith. I'll be more than happy to do that, considering the rookies are auto-generated. I don't think there's a correct draft class out just yet. I really like this, considering we were able to get a backup point guard in Darren Collison. I think we're going to end up doing this Darren Collison and move Tyler Johnson back to the shooting guard position. So let's do it. Darren Collison, welcome home, DMV. So free agency has begun. You know, obviously, never mind, we can't bring Durant home. So we can't sign any of these dudes, it looks like, considering we do not have the money to do so. None of these guys are really an improvement over Otto Porter. Like, Rudy Gay is getting older. A lot of these guys are getting older. And I feel like Otto Porter, ooh, he wants that much, though? I don't know if I could give Otto Porter that much, though. So off-season comes and goes, and we're able to keep Otto Porter, Jarrell Eddy, and Marcus Thornton, along with adding familiar faces, such as Drew Gooden and Juan Blair. They'll probably not be staying on this team for long, I'm not sure, considering they were 70s when I signed them, but now the player progression really took them down a notch, especially Drew Gooden. Jeez, four levels down, huh? And I think this is the best trade offer to help us move forward. We get younger with Rudy Gobert, but we also get a little older with Joe Johnson, and luckily he's expiring, so we don't need to re-sign him. And we lose big contracts such as Yamahimi, Marcin Gortat, Markieff Morris. So I like this trade. We're going to pull it off. Hopefully it's not losing too much, and hopefully it's able to propel us deeper within the playoffs. But Joe Johnson might not be staying on this team too long, considering if we do this trade, we don't have a legit backup center. So we just pulled the trade. Second season, doing big trades here. I can't trade any of the dudes that I just signed until the 15th. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we can only trade Kelly Oubre. And we could trade Tyler Johnson, but I don't want to trade Tyler Johnson. And we can't trade... Okay, so now they have like stipulations on the players that you acquire. That's nice, so you can't just be trading players left and right. But now we have a huge hole at that center position. Unless we slide over Willie Reed and Blair to that center, backup center. But then who's our power forward? You see, it's just like... We kind of messed up a little bit with that trade, but... Hopefully in, I think, what is it, 60 days? January 15th, December 15th. Hopefully by then we'll be able to trade those said players, and we'll be able to fill that backup center position and get a starting power forward. Because right now we don't got a starting power forward. I think I might have messed up this Wizards team. And as you can see by the record, we're not doing that great as we did last year. And that's probably because other teams got better and we kind of remained the same, to be totally honest. We got rid of big contracts, but that's all we did. So we're going to wait until January 15th to trade, because we're on a nice, juicy losing streak right there. So it's January 15th. Let's just simulate this game just to be safe, and we win that game. We're trying to make it back into the playoffs. We were a 3rd seed last season. I'm not sure if it's going to be possible this season, but now that we're able to trade the players that we want to trade by January 15th, let's try to get some of these guys out of here and build this new team. This was what I found in Trade Finder. We get younger with Jared Sullinger until Rudy Gobert gets back. We could even slide him at that power forward position. So I like Jared Sullinger, versatile player. Joe Johnson, you know, I don't mind giving him Joe Johnson, Jarrell Eddy for DeAndre Bembry. I like this trade. It's a win-win for us, and I mean, the Hawks won it, so we'll give it to them. And there we go. So this is what the roster is looking like after that trade for DeAndre Bembry and Jared Sullinger. I like it. I like it. The key thing is Rudy Gobert. He has to stay healthy for this team if we want to be able to win, considering we did trade a lot for him. Markieff Morris, Marcin Gortat, Ian Mahinmi, and if he can't stay healthy, we're looking to be in trouble, considering our small forward and power forward position isn't the best. We're really skimp there, but if they could just stay healthy, we'll be good. So end of the season awards goes to, in the second season, MVP LeBron, Rookie of the Year, auto-generated rookie, Sixth Man of the Year, Enes Kanter. Okay, that's interesting. LeBron James once again Defensive Player of the Year, Most Improved Kemba Walker, Coach of the Year, John Smith. I don't know what happened to Terry Stotts, but they did wrong if they fired him in 2K. But look at his record, 63-19. I think we only won 51 games, so the West is stacked. If they got 63 wins, let's see if we could win. I mean, they're the 8th seed. We should be able to sweep this team. Winning game 2. Can we win game 3? We do. And 4. Oh, they fought back and won the 4th one. But they fought back one game and we were able to win in 5. So let's see if we could beat this Bulls team. I think we can. Simulate the current round. I forgot to mention, I think the Philadelphia 76ers are right behind us in that entire second half. They had 50 wins, I do believe. So they could have easily gotten the 2nd seed. So let's simulate one game at a time here against the Bulls. Game 3, they win that. We win game 4. Can we get this team out in 5? And we do. Okay. This is becoming a trend here. So let's take it one game at a time. Able to win the first game. Able to win the second game. They win the 3rd. They win the 4th. Uh-oh. So game 5. We win game 5. Coming down to the wire. Yeah, see, look at the record. 50-32. They were right behind us for that spot. And they win game 6. Going into game 7 against the 76ers. Who would have thought this would have happened? So moment of truth. Here we go. We win in 7. Going against the #1 Portland Trailblazers team, who look to have... they struggled the most against the Sacramento Kings for some odd reason, but then able to win in 5 and 5 just like us. This is going to be a test. See how many games we could win. They win game 1. We win game 2. Okay. We gotta pull one off here. There we go. Can we pull another one off? There we go. Can we pull the upset? Even though if it's not really an upset, we're both #1 seeds, and we do. With John Wall playing through a pinched nerve. Congratulations, the Wizards are NBA Finals champions. NBA champions. Let's just go with that. Continue. John Wall wins the Finals MVP playing through the pinched nerve. So while we're signing off-season players, we can sign Carmelo Anthony. He wants to be a part of this team. He wants to come home. But that's a pretty hefty contract. We're giving him 4 years. But, I mean, he's an upgrade from Otto Porter. Not going to lie. So we're going to sign Carmelo. We'll probably lose Otto Porter, unfortunately, in free agency. But, yeah, he decides to sign with the Dallas Mavericks. No worries, Otto Porter. The Dallas Mavericks can always have seconds of every team, it looks like. So with Carmelo Anthony coming to the team, we lose Otto Porter, but our team remains intact for the most part. We're able to keep, the core together that we signed and, traded in the first off season, or the first season rather. Carmelo Anthony moved to power forward, and we're able to sign guys like JaMychal Green. I think those are the only players that we signed, JaMychal Green and Carmelo. Because other than that, we had our entire team stay intact. And Carmelo's an upgrade from Otto Porter. We should, on paper, win another championship with Carmelo. It's getting close, 56-57. And we beat the 76ers by 1 game once again. We have a better record this season. Last year, we had a pretty terrible record compared to the Western Conference. MVP 3 years in a row, LeBron James, I don't even know. Rookie of the Year doesn't really matter. 6-man, Cameron Payne. Defensive, wow, LeBron just trifected. He three-peated the Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in 2K. Let's take a look at our roster beforehand for any injuries. Rudy Gobert, man. Rudy Gobert might cost us the championship this season. He's not been healthy for us in 2K. Marcus Thornton, he's not that big of a
a role with our team, so we can live without Marcus Thornton, but we need Gobert. And luckily, we're going against the Brooklyn Nets in the first round, so maybe we could actually survive. But yeah, Lopez is hurt too, day to day. But they're the 8th seed. We should be able to take care of them pretty easily. So let's see. Simulated the first game, we win that. Second game, they win that. Okay. Third game, is this going to be a back and forth? No? Can we win in 5? We do win in 5. There we go. Maybe we can win in 5 just like we have been. For some odd reason, we've been winning in 5. Maybe, or we can sweep them. I would love to sweep a team. We haven't done that yet in 2K17. Can we? Oh, no, we can't. We can't sweep a team. We have yet to sweep a team. And, ooh. Uh-oh. Okay. We win in 6. I thought we were going to be able to win in 5. Going against the Cavaliers doesn't look that good for us. Let's see. We win game 1. We win game 2. Actually, never mind. It's looking pretty good. They win game 3. They win game 4. All right, moment of truth here. 5. We win 5. Can we win 6? We do. So the past 2 rounds we won in 6. Now going against the Golden State Warriors. The Blazers got knocked off by the Warriors, who are the 4th seed. Our team still, Marcus Thornton will probably be missing it, unfortunately. Seth Curry. Oh, man, they got Seth Curry on the squad. I was about to say Steph Curry was injured. That would have been great for us, but do they even have Steph Curry? They do. Steph Curry. They don't have Kevin Durant, though. Okay, Kevin Durant done left his team already? That's interesting. They got the Curry brothers, but that's all they got. They got Noel, so maybe we could beat this team. I'm pretty sure we can. They don't have... Yeah, they have a worse record than us. We should be able to cruise control over this. Oh, can we sweep them, though? We swept them. My first ever sweep in NBA 2K17 in MyLEAGUE. And it's in the finals against the Warriors out of all teams. That's crazy. We do have Carmelo. Carmelo's not the finals MVP. Neither is John Wall. It's Bradley Beal. Okay.